death and protect your neck. Three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger, kiss the death and protect your neck. Shame on the three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Week 3, tough one for Philip Lindsay, Charles. He was forced from that game against the Ravens after diving onto a pile. But bottom line so far, he is impressed in the early part of his career.
So that is commonly known as a rookie error. And he doesn't need to make those kind of plays because they actually need him. He's a huge part of their offense. Set rookie record. First 2 weeks of the season, over 100 yards total offense each game. And then he's wearing number 30. He wore 23 at Colorado, obviously wanted 23 in the pros, but Devontae Booker already had that number, a fellow running back. So he asked for number 30 and asked for the blessing for Terrell Davis, who's an NFL Hall of Famer, who wore that number, and TD gave it to him. How about that?
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Let's go, let's go.
And they'll go on the ground. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. And that'll be incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefit.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Skirts by him at the 35. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Here we go. 319! 319!
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Over.
Now Beathard. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Beathard. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Derek Wolfe able to drop him for a loss of 4. Here's Beathard to throw. Being chased out left. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Let's assess what the Denver Broncos have done so far this season as they come back onto the field here, Charles. Got off to the 2-0 start. Last week, though, the offense really wasn't clicking. Baltimore's defense was really good, and the Ravens got the 27-14 win.
Yeah, and that was a big win for Baltimore because that got them back on the beam. For Denver, they can regroup now. Remember, they had won the week before in an exciting game in their division against Oakland when they kicked the field goal at the buzzer. Now they get another divisional game coming up with Kansas City. That'll be at home before they go to the Jets. Dangerous with the new rookie quarterback, Sam Darnold. And then home for the hard-charging Rams. Maybe the best team in football right now.
Certainly that Broncos defense will be tested against Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. To throw on 2nd down is Keenum. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Eric Armstead able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. Throwing on 3rd down, Keenum. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Back to throw Beathard. They'll roll him out right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever. Searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll throw here. Beathard. Under pressure now, and Beathard goes down to the turf. Von Miller in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field, and it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
That good for 19 and a first down. Freeman again, a first down carry. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Back to throw, Keenum. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. DeForest Buckner. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. The San Francisco 49ers, we'll get a look at them again here on offense in a second. But what do you think about where they're at? They're 1-2, but the big story, obviously, you already had lost McKinnon. Now you're down Garoppolo. Do they have enough offensive firepower?
They do if they can get everyone healthy, because Matt Breida's picked up the slack as a runner. I mean, through Sunday's game in Week 3, he was tied for the NFL lead in rushing yards.
Territory. They look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. To throw is Beathard. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. To throw is Beathard. And able to find Garcon. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Here's Beathard to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number one. The Niners on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Watch it now, Barney.
This is Breida, and he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Von Miller in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
They'll drop the throw. He's going to fire one deep over the... Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The final shot before the break, Keenum. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A very solid gain of 27. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. They'll look to throw here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
All right, here we go.
Now back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Goodwin. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Beathard now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he's going to get this inside the 30. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Beathard and the offense come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They run with Breida. Down to the 25. Darian Stewart there to bring him down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play. And just like that, it's third down. They'll look to throw. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
52.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On second down, here's Keenum. And this will be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Broncos on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, Keenum. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40-yard line. 23 yards on the play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point, just a field goal. The Broncos on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Keenum. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 36. Throwing is Keenum. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets it down to the 32. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll make it a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
as big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Roger, roger, roger. Stand down.
A shotgun snap for Keenum. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And McManus missed it. How about that? No good. Wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Breida. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They'll set up to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Hey, on. Here goes the high. Right 20.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Go. Roger, roger, roger.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Hands down. 53. Hey, horn.
He's back to throw. Left side here to Sanders. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to tie things up in the final minute. And McManus able to put it through. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. This hasn't exactly been a battle of one touchdown after the other, quite the opposite. But at 3-3 now here in the 4th, it's been an entertaining game considering just 2 field goals.
Yeah, is it really a football game now, or are we watching baseball? This feels like a pitcher's duel, doesn't it? Nice and tense on the edge of your seat. Have you been scoring this one? A lot of strikeouts and ground balls in this one.
And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do it. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Now a toss play. It's Breda. Gets past one man. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
All right, here we go. 3-19. Detroit, 3-19.
Beathard. He'll buy some time right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had...
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. A gain of 4 on the play. And it's a 2nd down. Here's Beathard to throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Back to throw, Beathard. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll go with the keeper. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. Now it's Breida. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They go play action here on first down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. DeMarcus Walker able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
They'll toss it to Breida. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Now Beathard. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Goodwin. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Beathard and the offense come up here 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll throw here. Beathard. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw is Beathard. Now they go screen. It's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Detroit, Green, 39. Gun, 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 gun. Watch it now, Barney, gun, gun.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Walker in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Here's Bradley Pinion now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Down. 22. 22. Hey, orange. Down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Malcolm Smith there for the stop.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Broncos on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. Now what can Keenum do with his drive? And an alley to run. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Down.
Now Keenum with his first throw in OT. Flushed out right. Oh, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage you gain there is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, tried to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everyone, as we say so long from Denver.